The Toilet, by Gcina Mhlope. Background. The Toilet is a short autobiographical story by South African storyteller and writer Gcina Mhlope. She tells it in her oral storytelling style, from the perspective of herself as a young woman right after finishing school during apartheid in South Africa. Plot summary 1. Looking for work in Johannesburg. After writing her matric exams, the narrator comes to Johannesburg for the December holidays and decides to stay to find work. She stays with her elder sister in Orange Grove. Her sister works as a domestic worker. The narrator doesn't know anyone and feels bored and lonely, though locked in the back room. Because of apartheid laws and her employer's rules, the narrator has to stay hidden during weekdays. She's locked in her sister's small back room so the madam won't see her. She can't make noise, can't play the radio, and has to be silent because the room is near the swimming pool. Her sister brings her books, magazines, and newspapers from the white people's house to keep her occupied. The narrator reads everything. Teen. The factory job. Eventually she finds temporary work in a clothing factory cutting threads off clothes. It's boring work, but it gives her something to do. She also observes the different treatment of people, how black workers and white employers live completely separate lives. Char. The incident with the toilet. The central part of the story happens at a new school the narrator visits later. She notices that there are separate toilets, and black students either have no toilets or have to use dirty, distant ones. As a child at this school, she is too shy and scared to ask to go home to use the toilet. So she holds it in all day. For her, that one locked door represents much bigger things: humiliation, lack of dignity, and the way apartheid made black people feel less than. She describes the physical discomfort, but more importantly the shame of not even being allowed a basic human need. 5. Reflection. The story ends with the narrator reflecting on dignity. She connects her own experiences, being locked in a room, working menial jobs, and the toilet incident, to show how apartheid wasn't just about big laws and protests. It was also about small daily indignities that wore people down. But Mhlope tells it with warmth and humor too. She shows resilience, the power of reading and imagination while locked up, and pride in choosing her own path as a storyteller instead of just being a good girl and becoming a teacher or nurse. Main themes: dignity and dehumanization. A toilet becomes a symbol of basic human rights denied. Apartheid's everyday impact, not just politics, but locked rooms, separate facilities, silence, loneliness, and confinement. The back room represents both physical and social isolation, education and choice, pressure from elders vs choosing to be a storyteller, actor, resilience and storytelling. How reading and telling stories helps survive hard times.